Hi students, how are you doing? Welcome to cimnanya. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button and turn your notification so you are notified each time I upload. And please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I'm saying massive shout out to every one of you for the love, the support you all shower me here with. I am grateful, and you all are super sweet. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about a video I came across about a palm-colored woman screaming that black people, why is it that black people can do drugs in their videos to work during a video shoot, and they say they call them crackers, but they cannot say they cannot use the N-word. She actually used the N-word, sincerely speaking. And there is, I really don't understand these people. I don't know why they are so pressed to say that one word that black people do not want them to say. I don't know why they are so pressed. Then she decided to compare the N-word with the Justin Oldin song where he said, try it in a small town and you will see how far you make it. And you all know the small towns are the sundown towns, right? So what is the connection between the N-word or twerking and all that dog whistle song and the rest of it? Sometimes I really don't know how these people think. They think like, I don't know, they think like, some of them think like chicken. I'm sorry to say, but that is how it is. And that is on period. For a full-grown young lady to come out on the internet she is so pressed. And you know one thing I love about internet does not forget. You see, this thing she said might put her in trouble for the rest of her life. She may lose her job. And there is something that I love. You know, when you say the consequences is you may not be able to get over it for the rest of your life. And she might be facing that kind of consequences because people are trying to report and find out where she works. So straight up, let's get into this video.
This TikToker says that she can say the word because black people call her the C word. What do you guys think about this?
You know how C0nfidently makes the song Small Town? Okay, so get me wrong. Like, tell me if I'm wrong or right. Like, black people, they can twerk, they can do gangs, they can do drugs, they can do all of this type of shit on their songs, but C0nfidently can't sing in the White House talking about, like, don't cross our town because, you know, like, we'll mess with you if you mess with us. But yet, black people can, you know, like, say all of this type of shit, but C0nfidently gets his song taken away. But yet, they can call us crackers, but we can't call them,
oh my God!
Like, if you don't want to be called a nigga, then don't call if you're making a song.
And yes, I had to mute it because she literally says it twice. I had to mute it. I guess I don't understand that mentality, but what do you guys think about this situation? Is she allowed to say the word because black people call her the C word? What do you guys think? This TikToker says that she can say the word because black people call her the C word.
That term, the N-word, was appropriated from Splinter Solace, Orisha, and Ogboni belief systems. It was a term of endearment. It was appropriated and then turned into a derogatory term to dehumanize the black community. They took that word back because it never belonged to white people and they made it derogatory. The fact that she's saying that she's upset that she doesn't get to say it anymore, it almost shows that, you know, that all she really wants is to continually dehumanize black people. And she wants permission to do it. She wants permission from the world, from social media, from everyone on social media, to continually to dehumanize black people. That's what she's asking for. She's asking for permission because that's the only thing that word does, is dehumanize black people. That's what she's asking for.
This TikToker says that she can say the word because black people call her the C word.
I see that talking about this is my opinion. You don't like, I don't care. So, what do I think of this video? I think that if she wants to say it, she goes right ahead and say it. Why not? It's a free country. Say it. Just remember there's consequences, repercussions, and ass whoopings and all types of above. Do as you please. But the N-word and cracker do not go together. They're not even the same hateful type of word. They don't have the same history. They don't have the same meaning, and they don't make no sense to go together. So if someone calling you a cracker hurts your pretty little heart, then you need some fucking assistance, because I don't see how that can hurt your feelings. It's a motherfucking food item. How hurtful could a word be? God damn. But at the end of the day, I just hope she knows that the reality is social media is not your best friend. And you might want to watch what you say, because people are getting jobs cut off. They're getting put out of school for saying some shit that you might likely say. So all I got to say to this young little lady is just watch your motherfucking step, because you stepping in the wrong fucking type of direction.
Says that she could say the word because black people call her the C word. I've been seeing this question a lot, not just on TikTok, but just a lot about this. So I'm going to speak on it real quick. This is how I feel about it. Say it. There you go. I don't have any right to tell somebody what they can and cannot say. So if you want to say the N-word, say it. You have all rights to say it. Say whatever you want to say. But keep in mind that when you say it, it comes with a consequence. How you grew up saying, oh, everything has a consequence. So if you say the N-word, just keep in the back of your mind that you have to answer to whatever happens next. I'm the type of person, I don't care. You could call me the N-word all day, every day. Call it to me. Say it to me. Say it to my face. I want you to say it to my face. I'm good with you saying it to my face. And the reason why I'm good with you saying it to my face, because I'm the N-word that got you pressed. I'm the N-word that got you shaking in your boots. I'm the N-word that got you looking like a hot mess out here. I'm the N-word that's going to take everything away from you. So you could call me the N-word. Just to let you know, please call me the N-word. Because I'm the N-word that's going to take your job away from you. I'm the N-word that's going to make you lose your paycheck. I'm the N-word that's going to take your house from you. Your lights going to get cut off messing around with this N-word. Your car going to get repulled. I'm the N-word that's going to have you standing at the food bank. I'm the N-word that's going to have you filing for unemployment. I'm the N-word that's going to have you sitting in every job interview wondering why you ain't getting no job. I'm that N-word. So you can call me an N-word all you want to, because baby, when you call me that, I hope you got a lot of savings in your bank, because I'm about to take everything you own away from you. That's the N-word I am. I don't have to smack you around. I don't have to beat you up. I don't have to go back and forth and arguing with you. I don't have to do that, because I am the N-word that's gonna make you lose everything you worked for. And I'm fine with being that. So say it. Shout it. Play the music and shout it. Go to church and say it. Say it to your next door neighbor. Say it to the girl you eat lunch with. Say it. Say whatever you want to say. Just keep in mind, whatever happens after you say that, that's on you.
So here's the crazy thing about this. You are having this conversation. You are fighting so hard to act like biracial is this like unique experience when it's really not. Like, I feel like you're running really, really hard away from the reality that you will be treated you will be treated like how you look. I am not having this conversation based around experiences that cannot be measured. So this right here, white people calling you the N-word or calling you the N-word behind your back, nobody cares. Nobody cares. That does not affect your life. You cannot find any time that I've commented that, well, white people call you the N-word or white people no. That's not what I've talked about one bit. So I want to be really clear. In every measurable way in this country, you are treated like a black person. You are a woman. I don't know if you have kids, but if you do have kids and you go to the hospital, you will be treated like a black woman in the hospital. And black women in hospitals during childbirth have a really, really high mortality rate. So you should be very, very careful in the hospital. I would hope you don't go in there thinking, since you're biracial, that your experience is going to be that of a biracial woman. No, assume your experiences will be that of a black woman because you look black. And these are the experiences that I'm talking about. These are the things that will
can ultimately lead to your demise. These are the things that could ultimately lead to your success or your failure. Every major institution in this country will treat you based on how you look. Hell, you ain't even got to look a certain way. I'll give you another example. Your name could be a typical quote unquote black name. And we know what they are, right? If your name was Tyrone Johnson, if your name was Shakisha Jones, there is an experiment and there are studies done on this. The likelihood that you will not get a call back just because your name is Shakisha Jones is exponentially higher than if it was Martha Stewart. So you mean to tell me that you think this system will treat you like a biracial person, right? That would require you to think that this system understands nuance when it doesn't. But that very same system will just deny you on GP because your name is Shakisha Johnson or Shakisha Jones. That's the same system that you expect or you're claiming doesn't treat you differently based on the fact that you're biracial. They don't treat you like a black person. They treat you like a biracial person. You have to be fucking for real. You gotta, I don't know who you're lying to yourself. That's it. You cannot lie to me. You can't.
Yeah, it's definitely not a term of endearment. It doesn't mean the same thing anymore. So the term cracker started in the black community by them whipping cracking the whip. That's what a cracker was, a white person or a black person who was forced to whip other slaves, who was known for cracking the whip and whipping people for no reason, or whipping people very harshly or hardly. The term cracker now, considering that people should no longer be whipping people the way that they were back then, is in fact used as a derogatory term referring to white people and the color of their skin. So back then, that's what it was used for as far as cracking the whip, things of that nature. Now, it's kind of like a joke amongst people of color when speaking to non-people of color as far as calling someone a cracker. It's not a nice thing to say, but it's still definitely not as bad as the N-word.
That person ever allowed to say the N-word, like no ER, just like in the homie context.
Why did you ask this question? Because you already know the answer. I think white people still ask this question because they want to say it, right? Obviously. And they know that there's going to be a few black people who are going to say, no, it's fine, you can say it. So they ask the question so they can say, oh, it's still an ongoing debate. A few people are saying yes, even though the majority are saying no. So I'm going to side with the few people who are saying yes to make me feel better so that I can keep saying it. Otherwise, you just wouldn't say it. White people have an issue with boundaries. They have an issue with being told no. It's not that hard to not say a word that's offensive to a massive group of people. It's like the R slur, for example. I never say the R slur. It makes me uncomfortable, incredibly ableist. Sure, there are some people within the disabled community who would say that it's fine to say the R slur, but I don't care because there's way more people who are offended by it. And it's not that difficult to not say a word. So stop asking the question. You already know the answer.
Who can use the N-word? The first thing I'm gonna say is, if you're white or white passing, you shouldn't use the word. Why? Well, you have to put yourself back in the times of slavery. If you were white, you would be a slave owner. And if you were light-skinned in Latin America, you would probably also be a slave owner. So because of those reasons, you can't use it. And even if you have 2% of African descent in your blood, you still can't use it because you're white passing or you're white. Now for people of color, it's a little bit more complex. Which person of color can actually use the N-word? I would say if you're a person of color, if your African ancestry is apparent, I would say you have a pass. Some Black Americans may think different, and you have to be prepared for that and a backlash as well. If you don't grow up hearing it, I don't think you should say it, even as a colored person. And I also think that we should know the history of the word before we start using it, even as Black or colored people.
So this is all I got from this video. I don't know, the one that really got me, was the biracial that asked that she is biracial and nobody has ever used the N-word on her. And the man really killed, nailed it. See, you are going to be treated as a black person even when you get to anywhere because they don't see you. You are not even white person or anything. Biracial are actually assumed to be black, most especially, right? And they are also going to treat you like a black person. And because that nobody has called you the N-word, because you probably look brown or colored and all that, you think you are at advantage than black people. That it's your own problem. Number one is that how do white people, like most white people, how do they sleep at night? Because some of them are really crazy. On a serious note, how do people wake up to say things like this? She started by saying that that black people twerk on their videos and do drugs and the rest of it. Is anybody stopping you from twerking? And then we are all going crazy when just Justin Odin, I can't remember his full name, that man that did the song that said in what is that song lyrics anymore? Sorry, I'm trying to remember the lyrics. Say it in a sundown town and see how far you make it. I think this is the song, and that has dog whistle on it. And she is comparing a song saying that black people will be laying and shame when they make it to a sundown town. She is comparing it to twerking and doing drugs on the video. And then people calling them the C word. I have never heard of this C word. I mean, this is I never knew there is something they call them or they use anything. But I've never heard anybody saying this. And the guts of her to come on the internet to say it is just amazing. Do you know one thing I love about internet? Internet, don't forget. You see this mistake she made might even ruin her entire life, her job, her career, and the rest of it. She should go and ask. Maybe she doesn't know, or she is still new on TikTok. She definitely will find out. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.